Hello and welcome to another video. I hope you are having a fantastic day. We're going to talk about Bakkt and Bitcoin. This is the week of Bakkt because Bakkt launched on Monday. Will Bakkt cause Bitcoin to go to $100,000 per coin? So this is my disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion. I am not smarter than you. You are smarter than you realize. Do not trust what I say. Do your own research. So, will Bakkt cause cryptocurrency markets to explode? PrimeXBT research. So, kind of interesting. Why would somebody be sitting there like that in an automobile with their laptop? I'm thinking I wouldn't want to do it. So, new research from PrimeXBT shows the potential impact that Bakkt will have on the crypto market and if it can help cause Bitcoin to reach the price projections that crypto communities hope for. Only a few days remain before the launch of the long-awaited and much-anticipated Bakkt trading platform, which will bring large institutional investors to the Bitcoin market. It may sound unfeasible, but Bitcoin price is expected to reach $100,000 in the coming years, and much of the next bull run will be driven by Bakkt. The Bakkt cryptocurrency platform was created by ICE, a transactional operator of the largest futures exchanges and clearinghouses for financial commodity markets in the United States, Canada, and Europe. The company is considered the world's largest operator of the derivatives markets, where futures contracts for energy, currencies, precious metals, and other goods are traded. Now, the ICE, the ICE is the short version for the full name of the company that owns Bakkt, and that's a short version of Intercontinental Exchange. This is the company that owns the New York Stock Exchange and 12 other exchanges around the world. ICE does over $9 billion a year in revenue and has about $10 billion in profit after net operating expenses. And so Bakkt is not only an extremely profitable company, but it is an extremely large, well-known, and company that's doing a huge amount of volume. So about 50% of the global trading volume of futures contracts for oil and oil products is concentrated on ICE trading floors. The most famous platform led by ICE is the New York Stock Exchange, NYSE. ICE is a giant in the exchange industry with a long history and impeccable reputation, trusted by the largest and most famous investors and companies in the world, with trillions of dollars they invest with. The launch of a cryptocurrency platform from such a company will potentially attract enormous capital to the cryptocurrency market. Bakkt is a cryptocurrency trading platform for supplying Bitcoin futures. Futures delivery time is daily and monthly. In addition to trading futures, custodial storage of cryptocurrency is available to its customers. Bakkt differs from other trading platforms like CME, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, which is trading in delivery contracts and not derivatives. Bakkt futures are physically settled with Bitcoins, which many believe will have a positive impact on the demand for Bitcoin, driving up its value. So let's break this down a little bit more. The CME, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, has been trading a Bitcoin futures contract for a while now. But the difference is between Bakkt and the CME's products is that if you bought the CME product, when the contract expires, you're given cash. On the opposite side of the coin, when a Bakkt contract expires, you're given Bitcoin. And so the difference is that while the CME futures products may mirror the price of Bitcoin at its expiration, because you're actually getting cash and not physical Bitcoin, you can see greater variations from the pricing of Bitcoin, plus because you don't actually receive any physical Bitcoin, any real Bitcoin, and you're getting cash instead, it also doesn't give us a... well, the Bakkt exchange is basically going to be taking Bitcoin off the market as institutional and large investors are receiving large quantities of Bitcoin. They're not... a large investor is not going to go out there and try and day trade with Bitcoin. They're looking to, it's like a hedge fund or a college endowment fund or a pension fund. These organizations don't thrive on short-term investments. They thrive on long-term investments. They're looking for an investment that'll be a 5-year or a 10-year deal. And that's why some of the most profitable hedge funds in the last 5 years have been hedge funds that have been investing in Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. I know of one such hedge fund that it has an annual compound interest rate over the last 8 years of better than 250% a year. Now, most investors are really happy when they invest in a stock on the New York Stock Exchange and they're getting an average, the S&P 500 over the last 50 years has averaged 8% return. And they're happy to get that 8% return in most cases. But to talk about 250% returns, 235% returns in an annual compound interest rate, that is mind-boggling. And the institutional investors are very interested in getting a piece of that action. And Bakkt is going to give them an opportunity to do that, where the CME did not give them an opportunity to do that. Because at the expiration of the CME contracts, instead of getting physical Bitcoin, they got cash. And you can't hold on to cash and expect it to go up by 235% in the next year. If it did, we would have a huge problem in the U.S. with inflation. And thank God we don't. So, among the first partners and investors of the platform are the world's largest technology, consulting, and retail giants such as Microsoft, Boston Consulting Group, Starbucks, as well as a number of large investment firms and venture capital companies like Pantera Capital, Fortress Investment Group, Eagle 7, Galaxy Digital, Protocol Ventures, Susquehanna, I know I didn't say that correctly, so forgive me, International Group, and Horizon Ventures. So there's been a lot of talk about, the crypto community anticipating the Bakkt exchange going live, and we're expecting big things from that event. According to the CEO of the Dever Group consulting company, Nigel Green, support at 10,000 should now be considered the official bottom for the current Bitcoin trend. So these guys are saying that the $10,000 price range should be expected to be the lowest that we'll ever see Bitcoin going to. Bitcoin has been consolidating between $11,000 and $9,000, forming a symmetrical triangle that suggests a bullish continuation is ahead. And with the support line at 9,500 already tested 4 times, Bitcoin's value is bound to skyrocket after the Bakkt launch. So really, what they're talking about here is over the last 4 months, the price of Bitcoin has been bouncing between $9,000 and $11,000. And it's been getting closer and closer. Like the high a couple of weeks ago were 9,000 and 11,000, and now the highs have been more like 9,500 and 10,500. And as we've gotten closer and closer to the launch of Bakkt, those highs and lows have gotten closer and closer to the $10,000 price, to where a little while ago it was like at $10,030. And so we're seeing the price kind of consolidating closer and closer to that $10,000 price. So a lot of people are speculating that the $10,000 price in the near future will be the lowest that we'll see Bitcoin go, and that with the launch of Bakkt, that we're just going to see the price skyrocket and never come back down to that level again. Now, if you look at Bitcoin's history, every year since Bitcoin was created, the low of the previous year, it never broke that low again. So, said in another way, the lowest price of Bitcoin in 2019 was 3,200. And if that holds true for the future, then Bitcoin will never go below that 3,200 price. Now, I've read a lot of people who are speculating that the $10,000 price range will become a new permanent low, and that they expect Bitcoin to never break below the 10,000 price. If that becomes the truth, it wouldn't surprise me. Would not surprise me at all, but only time will tell. So, that's all I had for you out of this. I wanted to make this a really brief video, give you a little bit of a teaser about what's happening with Bakkt and what it means to you as a cryptocurrency investor, and how it actually could push the price to $100,000. Again, this is not financial advice. This is just my opinion and an article that was published on the internet. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know how I can be of service to you in the comments below. I'm also going to put a link down there so you can fill out a form and give me some information. In the meantime, like, subscribe, and hodl, and I hope you have a fantastic day.